everybody, it's me, Blaze Landrath, or you can call me the Prince of FNAF. I don't care. But today we are talking about a movie that really wasn't all that well received, but I liked it, and those of you who know me well, it doesn't take a lot to impress me or for me to enjoy a movie. I mean, there are critics out there who will hate a movie just because it's not like they want it to be or so forth and so on. But I enjoyed this movie. The storyline was iffy because it existed in a universe of the X-Men which has already previously been ended, and now to be reopen this universe just to make a Phoenix movie seems kind of obsolete, but I'm not going to question it. Because if I question it, I'm just going to be like one of those other critics out there who will like, oh, I hate it so much because it's not consistent. It was, if you put that aside, it was a great film. It was a great film, and I recommend any of you who like the X-Men or Dark Phoenix in particular to see this film or buy it when it comes out on DVD next week. But yeah, this movie was way enjoyable, and I thought the way they handled all the character arcs and development was great. The effects, the CGI was all done beautifully, and I don't think they could have made it any better. However, the aliens, what the heck was the aliens for? There was no aliens involved in Dark Phoenix's storyline of the Dark Phoenix saga, but I do like that beautiful shot in the beginning of the movie where Jean Grey's trying to hold up the ship together so that they can get the captain of these folks that are trying to save him who have been shipwrecked in space. And then the Dark Phoenix Force, the Phoenix Force in general, just comes up and just like sucks into her and like gives her all the powers of the Dark Phoenix. And like, so that part with the Phoenix Force going inside of her was just beautiful. Beautiful effects, beautiful camera shooting, beautiful everything. It was just a great scene. And then over the course of the film, she starts changing, and nobody knows what's happening to her. I mean, Hank, the Beast, was like, "Hey, your energy readings are off the level. You have more powerful energy in you than humanly possible. Yet you're still fine." And like, so during the film, she just gets more powerful and more powerful the more angrier she gets and the more emotional she gets. So when she has those outbursts, like the first outburst that she had was in the forest where they were having this party in the forest and there was too much noise and she was freaking out and getting all like upset because there's so much noise going on and it was upsetting her and it was too much for her, and she was like, stop, 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 and she's like, stop, and the whole forest blows up. And that was just a small taste of what her full destructive capabilities are. So when the movie gets full swing, we're like every destructive scene that happens, we're just like, oh, and all the destruction gets even more intense as the movie goes on, and yeah, it just gets more intense. And now at the end of the movie, we get this whole pan out of the camera where the camera pans out, and you really get to see how much destruction Jean Grey as the Dark Phoenix has caused. And a lot of people who probably went into the movie not knowing about the X-Men probably thought that Jean Grey died. And like the other characters in the movie who thought that she died, well, she didn't die. What happened was she became literally the Phoenix Force. She transformed into a big fiery bird that you see in the comics, which is called the Phoenix Force, and lived on. But she didn't really die. But yeah, the Phoenix Force can even manifest as Jean Grey if it wanted to, but Jean Grey is no longer, well, Jean Grey is there, but it's more the Dark Phoenix now, so that means that the Dark Phoenix is it's full. It's like a Pokemon, whatever if you will. Pokemon starts at the weakest level, then goes to the next strongest level, and then it goes to boss level, 100 HP. So the Phoenix Force, the final evolution of Jean Grey into Dark Phoenix, is what we see, and we see the big, huge bird ascend into the sky. And at the end of the film, we see Jean Grey as the Dark Phoenix flying overhead just before the screen cuts to black. Great film. Like I said, enjoyed it. A lot of people said it was like Captain Marvel. Now it wasn't. It wasn't anything like Captain Marvel. I mean, there were references to Captain Marvel, and there were like talk about them having, instead of the aliens having the Skrulls in it, which would have been weird. But like the aliens, they had no relevance to Dark Phoenix sagas. Like in the Dark Phoenix saga, they had no relevance to the storyline of the Dark Phoenix saga, which the movie is based on. But I did enjoy it, and I hope you guys aren't, too critical. So this review is a little bit enjoyable to you. But I do recommend to any of you Dark Phoenix fans, go watch this while it's in the cheap theater. You can watch it for $6 at the cheap theaters. Um, and watch it when it comes out on DVD if you like it that much. Get it on DVD. Buy the price for it, and then tell me what you guys think in the comments below. This is the Prince of FNAF. I hope you guys enjoyed, and do take care.